What's up, everybody, and welcome to a playthrough with Nevs for Lantern Forge. This is a game released on July 18th of 2014, and I will tell you right now, this game is a little bit of Minecraft, and it's a little bit of Bastion. Basically, if you took those two games and combined them together, you pretty much have this game with some extra RPG elements. For example, being able to equip armor and things like that. So I thought I would give you guys a bit of a primer of how to survive and thrive in your first night of Lantern Forge. So let's get started. I already have a level 6 character here, but I'm going to start a new character for you guys, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the ins and outs of Lantern Forge. Here we go. Let me get my guy red hair. It's going to be Boss. You can make a female character too. I'm actually going to make a female character. Let's do something a little different. Cool. So, kind of looks like a male character, but just longer hair. So here we go. There's no actual story to this game. It's really a survival game. So we just get popped out right here, and there's a few key things on the GUI here, but I'm going to go ahead and go in here to the question mark for the help screen. It's a fairly short thing that gives you a little bit of a primer about the game. So you can click the crafting icon to select a recipe. If you have the components that are required, the boxes will fill green. Click on the finished product to create it. Ground replacement. To place stairs or blocks in the ground, first activate ground placement mode. Click the ground placement button in the toolbar, which is default hotkey 0. Now you can place stairs to go underground, and that's a very key aspect of the game that I'll be showing you guys shortly. We can also deactivate the ground placement and right-click the stairs to use them. Excuse me. Also, I'll just show you guys the rest of this. So you can press the spacebar here to load up the different modes. Currently we're in combat mode, which will turn these numbers into combat abilities. Basically, if you've played any MMORPG, you will understand what this toolbar means. It's pretty much the same as in World of Warcraft. So 1 through 0 indicates the buttons on your keyboard, and currently we are in build mode, and pressing the spacebar will put you in combat mode. So we're going to go over here. The first thing we want to do is start collecting twigs, but we have to be in build mode in order to do that, so make sure you always do that if you're having problems troubleshooting the game. So we're going to go ahead and chop some twigs. We're going to collect some twigs. In order to do that, we just have to click on them. Once we collect enough of them, we'll be able to build those into some stone items. You know, a lot of the survival mechanics, if you've played Minecraft before, has a lot of the similar tools, except you also get some really cool abilities and things like that, more in the vein of an RPG game. I'm going to go ahead and chop up this stone here. Stone is the other key things. So when we chop those up, we'll get some loose stone. So we're going to continue to chop these piles of stone, which you can find everywhere. They're all over the map. We're going to build ourselves a little base of operation right in here, I think. Now, there's really two planes of existence in this game. There's the surface area and there's the dungeon area. Now, you see this set of stairs over here will take us down to the dungeon area. And you can actually build your own set of stairs anywhere in the world. So what's interesting is if I built a set of stairs right down over here in the southeast area, I would be able to access the stairs up here in the north. All I would have to do is walk underground to that staircase. Now, there are lots of enemies and there are lots of goodies you can collect underground. One of the main things we need to do in the beginning of the game here is try to collect copper, and copper can only be mined from underground. So we're just going to continue to chop some of these stone and sticks. We're also going to need some food. As you can see, we have a hunger bar down here. We also have an energy fatigue bar. Now, the fatigue bar isn't really much of an issue as far as I've been able to tell. But we are going to want to gain some levels before we go underground. So let's go ahead and go over here to the crafting menu, which is up in the left-hand corner. And as you can see, this shows us a menu of everything that we can craft by default without having any kind of workbenches. Workbenches can be accessed from this menu. And that will give us further crafting abilities. So we're going to go in here to the tool menu, and we're going to make some stone tools. All you need for stone tools is, of course, the piles of stone that we've been mining and the sticks that we've been acquiring. Also, if you press the I on your keyboard, you'll be able to open up your menu here. So we're going to go ahead and put these sticks in our inventory. We're going to want to build a stone pick. I'm going to throw that right here. We're going to go ahead and put all these things into our inventory. As far as I know, there's no automatic way of sorting the inventory at the current state of the game. So we're going to go back in here and we're going to make a stone axe. Or not. You have to click the stone axe, throw it into the inventory. Anytime we make an item, we'll also acquire some experience. And as you can see, this big bar right here with the white bit is actually our experience bar. So once that fills, we will gain a level. And I'll get to that once we actually gain a level. So we have our shovel, we have our axe, and we're going to want our hoe. Everybody needs a trusty hoe. Looks good to me. Now we got some food over here. Let's go ahead and acquire this food. Probably a good idea. And you want to stay away from that because that is enemies and we don't have any weapons to use against them right now. Let's start chopping down some trees now that we have an axe. As you can see, I pressed 2 to equip my axe, and I have chopped down a tree and collected all the items. All you have to do is walk over them. Also, you left-click the mouse button and hold it down in order to move, much in the same way that you would play the game Bastion. That's why I drew that comparison earlier in the playthrough. And we're just going to keep chopping down some trees, because we need logs. Logs will allow us to build a foundational base. And we're going to chop down some cotton plants. Just going to kind of clear out this area and take all the loot that we can. Cotton is also pretty useful if you're trying to take the ranger approach. Some of the earlier bows that you can acquire are used with cotton and various types of logs. We're going to keep chopping down trees, though. Just clear this area. There's also a day and night cycle, as you can see up here in the top right. We are currently at midday, and as this sun icon slips into the darkness, we will get to the nightfall portion of the game where zombies and things of that nature will come out. So we need to be prepared for that. Be ready to fight off some zombies. Also, when you get some stone tools, I often think it's a pretty good idea to fight off some enemies. Basically, not these kind of guys, but things like chickens or cows over here. It's a good idea to gain a few levels before you actually start fighting some real enemies. Reason being is because you will get your ass handed to you if you don't. So we're going to go ahead and smack this guy around a little bit. Take that cow. Just keep clicking the cow. Keep clicking the cow. And down goes the cow. So we're going to take the cow's loot, which consists, I believe, of his hide and also of his meat. And we'll be able to cook that meat shortly. Let's grab some of this wool. Let's attack the other cow. That's a sheep. Never mind. I'm going to attack this sheep. Take that, sheep. Once we gain some basic levels, we'll be able to go into the underground portions of the game. We'll be able to get some copper, and then we'll really start to do some damage. I find there's a pretty big hike between using your stone tools as a weapon and then switching to something like a copper staff and using some spell abilities. It's a really big difference. All right, our tool has worn out. There's this little bar next to your tool, and that indicates how much power your tool has left. Let's go in here and let's make some. We need a axe. Throw another axe into the inventory. And we're going to start chopping some more things. Want to acquire as much wood as we can. An essential item is making torches, and we're going to need something to build those torches with. And I'll show you that momentarily. You can pretty much chop down the stone and the twigs with anything. don't actually need a weapon equip at all in order to do it. So I think this is probably a good area to build this, to build everything that we need. Oh, we picked up some seeds, corn seeds. I'll be showing you that as well. Got some wheatgrass. Yeah, this is a great area to start off. We got real lucky. Starting to get a little hungry. Let's go over here and chomp some of this and get some food from the tomato plant. All right, we got some tomatoes. Go ahead and eat some tomatoes. All right, I think we've cleared out a pretty good space here for our base of operations. First thing we're going to want is some torches. In order to do that, we're going to need a stone smelter. So our stone smelter is located. Let's go in. If you hit this, it will clear anything that's being crafted, so we can go into the default menu. And we're going to want a stone smelter. Now, when you click this, I have now crafted one. I can either put it into my inventory, or I can have it in my hand here, and I can right-click on the field, and that will place it on the field. So now if I right-click on this, we'll be able to see all the things that we can make with a smelter. One of the things we're going to make is a pitch. And the pitch is part of what we need to build a torch. We're going to want lots of pitches. Everybody loves pitches. Pitches and hose. All right, let's go ahead and take that and go into our crafting list again, and we're going to want to make some torches. Now that we have twigs or sticks rather. I always call them twigs. I don't know why. We have sticks and we have pitches, and we're going to make those into torches. Your pitch has evolved into a torch. Let's go ahead and put these at the end of our inventory. Oh, we got some saplings as well. Sometimes you'll acquire those from chopping down trees, and what those allow you to do is if you click on them and you right-click on the field, oh, they're out of my range. Another thing is if you have it in your hand and you try to move with it in your hand, that's not going to work out too well for you. So we're going to go ahead and throw down those, and those will allow us to grow fresh trees. All right, so we got all that done. We're going to need another axe. Go in here and make another axe. Now that we have these, we'll be able to explore the underground a little bit more, but there's more that I would like to do. We're going to want to make a bed. Trying to figure out which menu we have to go into for the bed, though you can do it from here. The baskets and the storage areas are quite nice as well. We're going to want some of that. Here we go. Here's the grass bed. So we need some common logs in order to get that. Oh boy, it's almost dusk, or it is dusk. It will soon be nighttime, so we need to chop down some trees quickly. Now we got some common logs there. We're going to want some more common logs. This game is fairly forgiving. When you die, all it really does is lower some of the durability of your weapons or your items. At present time, we don't really have much to lose durability on. It's really just our stone items. So we're going to go into our inventory here. Not our inventory. We need to go in here and make a grass bed. So we're going to throw down a grass bed, and we're going to... You can rotate the items down here. So we're going to throw you right about there. It's probably a good spot. Whoops. I dropped my grass bed. Sorry, you have to right-click in order to drop the grass bed properly. So we're going to put it right there. About time we put down some torches, so we're going to hit the 6. Start dropping these down. One thing that'll make building a little easier, if you come down here, you press 7, or you just click this, it will have you a reticle here, which will indicate where you can actually build things. So now we can tell exactly how far away we can build torches. We're going to light up our base camp here. Our little base of operations. Just keep throwing down torches everywhere. Oh boy, it's getting dark. Oh, let's not break the torch. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I'll accidentally click on something with the wrong mouse click and it will break it. So now we can actually see what the heck is going on in the dark. And if enemies attack, we'll be prepared. Oh, there's an enemy. Found a rat, and he has spotted me, so here he comes. Let's get ready to fight him off. We're just going to fight him off with our pickaxe, because we really don't have anything else to work with at the moment. We're going to have to get some copper, as I said, in order to do that. So he did a lot of damage to me, but I did a lot of damage to him, too. I don't think I've gained any levels yet, have I? No, I have not. This is our spell book. Each time we gain a level, we'll acquire a skill point, which we can put into one of these skill trees. So these are some of the adventurer skills, which allow us to move faster or to gain hit points, things of that nature. We've also got a mage skill tree for mage spells, which is actually what I was using last time, and I found it to be quite OP, at least in the area that we're in right now. We've also got the hunter skills for bows, and we've got the knight skills for melee attacks. Go ahead and close that out now. We're going to pick up that apple. Okay, we're getting kind of hungry, so... yeah, let's go ahead and eat this apple. Let's go ahead and grab our hoe. With hoe in hand, we will start to attack some of the grass here, and that will allow us to till the land. By tilling the land, we'll be able to plant seeds. These guys right here are seeds. So if I click this and I right-click right there, we'll be able. You can see that the corn has now been planted. There's a workbench that you can acquire where you can turn your plants into further seeds, which allow you to have an endless source of food. Very, very handy. Keep that in mind. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little bit of land here for farming. Momentarily, we'll be able to go into the dungeon. No use in hanging around up here. Find the night is fairly forgiving. Unless you venture off too far into the darkness, then enemies will hit you pretty hard. But for the most part, they avoid me and I avoid them. Let's make another hoe. I've got my hoe in hand. And we'll continue to do some tilling. I swear, these games make me want to be a farmer. Not really. I don't want to be a farmer. I swear. Oh, there's a spider. Let's kill the spider. Come here. I need your XP. If I'm going to venture into the deeps of the underground, I must slay you. I'm gonna hit you with my axe. Yeah, go down. Ooh, I got some silk. Silk is also used sometimes in building bows, so that'll likely come in handy, but everything really comes down to acquiring copper. So we're definitely going to need some copper. All right, that's probably good enough. Let's go ahead and plant another seed. Let's see what else we can build. If you go down here to the workbenches, you can determine what other facilities you might need to build other items. All right, we're definitely going to want to make a stone smelter. However, we are going to need more stone. We don't quite have enough stone yet. Let's go ahead and take a nap. All right, so if we took a nap, it is now daytime. It's a very quick way to get through that. So let's go ahead and start chopping some things down. We're going to want lots of stone. Want to build a nice forward base, and then we'll start going underground, seeing what other goodies we can find. Put some stone. As I said, this game, actually, I don't know if I said this, but this game is $9.99 on Steam, and I would say I've gotten a few hours of enjoyment out of it already, so I would definitely say it's worth $9.99. A lot of games I pay 60 bucks for and get about 5 or 6 hours of enjoyment out of, so for a game that's held my attention for this long, I would say it is worth your time. But I still got more to show you guys. We're not done. We're nowhere near done. We just gotta get a lot of stone. And I can show you the full potential